This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
99X, we are the Morning X. It's Barnes and Leslie, Crash Clark on traffic.
Hey, if you went to see Nine Inch Nails last night, are you still buzzing? Well, there's
Yeah.
more shows. There's more 99X shows inside the soundboard in the 99X Freeloader app. How about Yellow Card with a day to remember Lakewood Amphitheater, September 26th. Let's go into October. Marvelous 3, American Hi-Fi. Of course, historic 4th Ward Skate Park on the Beltline. Brought to you by 99X. That is October 4th. And then AFI at Masquerade, October 17th. You want to find out more? Check out the soundboard inside the 99X Freeloader app.
Crash, I have a question for you. What are you going to do with Godzilla when, heaven forbid, you're no longer with us?
Wait, but what?
Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you going to do with Godzilla on your arm? Isn't that Godzilla on your arm? Or King Kong? What do you got there?
No, that's Godzilla.
Godzilla, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I got that tattoo on the Morning X like 30 years ago.
What
What do you mean when he's no longer with us?
When you pass away, I said heaven
Right.
forbid, what are you going to do with it?
Well, he's going to burn. I'm going to get cremated.
Oh.
Well,
So
you know,
Godzilla's gone.
You don't want to preserve that?
there is another option. I want you to listen to this. This is a widow talking about her late husband's Steelers tattoo.
We really had my husband's tattoo preserved. On Friday, after everybody left and I was doing my goodbye, is when the mortician and I stood there and I got to outline the exact tattoo I wanted. My husband having over 70 tattoos, I wanted the surrounding tattoos in it as well. So you outline it and then the tissue is removed, and Save My Ink Forever sent the funeral home a preservation bag and sends it to Save My Ink Forever. When they showed us his tattoo, it was undescribable as to what that felt.
You can frame a tattoo after somebody is gone.
But who wants that on their wall or anywhere?
To preserve it? To preserve a loved one?
Well, why don't you ask the owner of Save My Ink Forever? His name is Kyle. Hey, Kyle, welcome to the Morning X. Hey, Kyle, how's it going?
Great, man. Another day above the green. Doing all right.
Exactly. Now, Crash just had a weird question, I thought. Well, who would want to save a tattoo after someone is dead?
Well, let me ask you this, Crash. Do you have any tattoos?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I have a Godzilla tattoo that is my absolute favorite, but I don't know if any loved ones or relatives want that hanging on their wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Tattoos are intimate. They're personal. They tell a story. And so it's kind of one of those things where you can never discount what that tattoo can mean to that person, that family member. There's all kinds of stories associated with the tattoo, and that's kind of what it's all about.
So, Kyle, let's rewind. How in the world did you come up with this idea to save a dead person's tattoo and frame it? I mean, that is out there. Like, what led you to this?
Well, I'm a third-generation mortician, so I've been running around a funeral home Huggies training pants, if that helps make it a little more, And so one of those things was, I've been in the funeral industry, and after 20 years, we noticed a big change in people getting away from cookie-cutter funeral aspects, if you will, and wanting to really personalize, memorialize, and kind of celebrate the life of that person. And it's one of those things where it's like, what's more intimate, what's more personalized than the actual tattoo itself? People put cremains in blown glass sculptures. They turn cremains into stones. People wear it around their neck. So in our mind, a tattoo isn't really much different than, saving your child's teeth or umbilical cord, or having ashes on the mantle, or, the act of embalming itself is preserving the entire person. So we just wanted to offer another personalized, customized option for families.
I totally get this. I really do, especially for meaningful tattoos. Can you explain the process? How does this work?
Yeah, so the process is actually fairly simple. So when someone passes away, you have a chain of custody, if you will, meaning people with rights to your disposition. There's a clear set order. So we have the next of kin or group of kin sign off on our authorization form, which gives explicit permission for this process to take place. We work hand in hand with the funeral home. At this point, it has to be a family-owned funeral home. Corporate-owned funeral homes won't work with us. But assuming we have a corporate or a family-owned funeral home as well as the authorization, we send a kit to the funeral home. The tattoo is placed in the kit, is shipped back to us for preservation and archival framing. The whole process takes about 90 days to complete, and once complete, we send it back to the family.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 U.S.-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/secure. Protect yourself now at aura.com/secure.
Thursday Night Football is back, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, the Washington Commanders take on the Green Bay Packers with both teams determined to prove their worth. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Commanders and the Packers, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
This is so interesting.
It's fascinating.
How this whole thing, this is Kyle, SaveMyInkForever.tattoo. Is the whole thing on the URL or just SaveMyInk.tattoo, right?
Yeah, SaveMyInk.tattoo. I mean, you can even do the www. It'll still come up, but yeah.
So I'm obviously with my Godzilla tattoo, I'm curious because I'm looking at it right now, and obviously you can see the color of my skin and my arm. What does that do? How do you preserve the color and what the skin, like, what does that look like?
Yeah, does it turn white?
Yeah. Well, no. So we have a proprietary process that we came up. No, I won't tell you how it's done. Yes, you have a better chance of getting the Coke recipe. So basically, in our process, preserving skin as a mortician isn't the difficult part. We really wanted to focus on the actual art itself and making art look as best as it possibly can. So in our process, grandpa's old faded, pinup girl that's all blown out, that becomes more clear colors become more vibrant. And one of the reasons for that is the human body, being the miraculous feat of engineering that it is, instead of expelling the ink, it draws it deeper into the skin, which is why the tattoos become more blurry. So you have 7 layers of skin, and again, it's sucking it down into those deeper layers. So one of the things that we will do in our process, if we deem it necessary, is we'll remove the first or second layer of skin. So you're getting closer to where that ink is actually sitting, kind of like cleaning a dirty window. Hence, colors become more vibrant, images become more clear.
That is so interesting. What's the most elaborate tattoo you framed? Have you had like a full bodysuit come in? Have you had like someone say, I want it all?
This may shock you. This may scare you, depending on your outlook on this. But yes, the biggest piece that we've done was from a gentleman named Chris Wenzel. He was a tattoo artist up in Saskatoon, Canada. And if you had a tattoo done up in that area, odds are he had something to do with it. And he probably had roughly $120,000 invested in his tattoos. Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, tattoos today, whether people realize it or not, are being worn around like designer bags. You know, you wouldn't suspect that the guy walking down the street all tattooed out has $30,000 sitting in his arm.
But you did all that in one frame?
No, so we framed it in multiple ways. So if you look on our Instagram or our site, you'll see there is his back piece with his arms. The wife wanted it displayed purposely that way. We have his leg pieces in separate frames, and then he's got another chest piece in a separate frame, and then his son has possession of one of the pieces of tattoos, and it was actually tattoos that he had done on himself while he was learning.
We're talking to Kyle with Save My Ink Forever. Okay, I have a question for you because I noticed you have a merch store. Say I wanted, to preserve Crash's Godzilla tattoo on a T-shirt or a hoodie. Would I be able to do that?
No, you cannot do that.
Yeah, you can't wear the skin, Leslie.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
Well, you get the image, though.
I know, with the image.
So with that, though, you run into kind of copyright things because you're taking the original image, you are altering it, and you are then trying to, produce that. Whereas this, we are not altering the original art form. We are just preserving it.
This is really wild. I mean, I bet you there are people listening right now in our audience, because I know there's a lot of tattoos in interesting places, and they're going to probably be reaching out to you, I would think.
Kyle, I'm going to make a deal with you. I'll preserve my Godzilla tattoo through your company. I've got a second tattoo on my left arm, a rather big one, and it's in honor of my second ex-wife. Can you shave that one off? not preserve it and then just ship it to her in a box?
That's a good idea.
You'll just have to hold still. It hurts more when you're living.
Have you had anyone living that wanted to preserve maybe for some other reason?
We do preserve tattoos of the living. It is for people that have had, any amputations, any accidents or anything like that. Skin tuck procedures where they've had drastic weight loss, things like that. So we have done tattoo preservation on the living.
That's very cool. Check it all out at savemyink.tattoo. Kyle, thanks for sharing all the info.
Absolutely, my friend. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the original We Are 99X.
Actor Michael Rosenbaum, he knows some of the most talented people in the business, and now he's getting the inside story.
Talking with Josh Duhamel, did you ever suffer with anxiety?
I would put tremendous pressure on myself to deliver because if I didn't know what else I was going to do.
David Tennant, if you could do Hamlet, nothing should make you nervous.
I was on the floor of my dressing room in the fetal position.
I've been there.
The Inside of You podcast.
I hope you enjoy the podcast. We talk about mental health and life and all that stuff. Thanks for being here.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.